Good afternoon. The first item of business is time for reflection, and our time for reflection leader today is Cameron McGirr, Clydeview Academy.
Presiding Officer and Member of Scottish Parliament, I have been invited here today by Stuart McMillan to share the goal of my campaign, Pulse of Life. Pulse of Life aims to make mandatory CPR training in all high schools across Scotland. First in S1 during a lesson in PE and then in S4 as a refresher course. Out-of-hospital cardiac arrests are so common in the west of Scotland. In Scotland, roughly 9,000 out-of-hospital cardiac arrests occur annually, and bystander CPR rate is only about 66%. This is a major deal because every minute CPR is not performed, life expectancy goes down by about 10%. This passion comes from my own personal experience. In 2022, I lost my mother to a heart attack, and in February of this year, I lost my father to cardiac arrest while at home. This came as a shock. I moved from being someone with caring parents to someone who had both parents stolen from me early. I believe if I knew CPR, I would have been able to save my dad. I would have been more confident while performing CPR, worrying less as his ribs broke under the force of my hands. I wouldn't have had to wait for the 999 operator to instruct me on what to do. In my panic, I lost probably 2.5 minutes. That instantly decreased his time of survival by 25%. When my mother passed, I woke up to my dad screaming, unsure what to do. I wonder, being in S1 at the time, what if I had been given CPR training? If I would have been able to step in and make a difference? Unfortunately, I can't live life wondering what if. I need to live to make a difference for other people who might encounter the same problem. That's why I took action. I've been working closely with my school, Clydeview Academy, who are the first school in Scotland to show recognition for World Heart Day. Inverclyde Council are supporting by lighting up buildings and monuments red in awareness. However, in order to make meaningful change, I believe we in Scotland must go further. All PE teachers should be trained to be able to teach CPR. Training will take place in a single PE lesson to help cut down on missed class time. This will be a long process, but the difference it can make will make an astronomical difference.
Thank you, Cameron.